Hello and welcome to Kedrick Farms. We're back with another episode of the Royalton, Minnesota map. And last time we had planted a good chunk of our crops. And off camera, I ended up planting all of our sunflowers. I had intended to record a little bit of that, but things didn't work out that way. So this is the first time that I've actually planted sunflowers in the game, so I don't think I've ever seen sunflowers in an early stage of growth, so this is kind of cool to get to see those, and I think same with potatoes. So we've got some potatoes coming up here. We ended up putting sunflowers in both of those remaining fields, 27 and 29, so we should get a pretty good sunflower harvest. And then I also don't think I've ever planted alfalfa, and so I think I've seen it on a few maps, but I've never really done much with it. So we've got some alfalfa coming in here as well, and then obviously we've got the corn that we planted as well way over here, and that's all sprouted up here as well. So we had fast forwarded time here into late spring, just because when we finished planting the sunflowers it was kind of dark. And yeah, so that's what caused the growth stage there. So I think at this point we need to hop in the 6R here, and we're going to take care of our cows real quick. I think that there's probably some spilled food here in the feedway. And once we get that all sorted out, we'll take a look and see what we've got to do here. Now, I think that we've got some food in here already from the hay bale that we left in, so that's why the food doesn't look that empty. We're going to go ahead and see how much of this we can put back into the feed, and then we'll just scoop up the remainder and kind of hold it in the bucket for the time being. And let's sneak back out of here. Let's see if I can completely wreck this fence. And we're going to park this back outside, and then I think I need to fill the water up as well. And so we're going to do that here real quick. Now, I think somebody asked me about the water and this being a little bit different in one of my comments. So this faucet right here is where the water fill point is, and so it's kind of a box right out here in front of the shed. And what I did is I put this pipe here, and we just piped it into the office that we've got here, so you can actually come into this room, and the milk tanks are in here. And so right out here is the milk fill point, so that you can fill up a trailer with milk. But the animal pen extension mod adds the water pipes, and so the water pipe is somewhere in this wall, because I just didn't want to have to see the water, because we're not really filling it with anything. And then I moved the milk sell point inside here as well. So when we do eventually get to having milk, we're going to be able to come in here and request a truck and have that truck come out and haul our milk away for us for a fee. And so I thought that was pretty cool, considering, you know, we probably won't have the money to buy our own milk trailer on this particular farm. So with that said, if we bring up the menu here, you can see that we have cleaned up the animals. We've watered them. I'm not sure why the feed is a little bit low. I thought we tried to dump that silage back in here, but honestly, I'm not too worried about it. We're going to let that go. I think what I'd like to do is start to prep for some total mixed ration. And so we're going to have some grass work we're able to do at some point this year. And so let's bring up the map here. If I turn on grass, we can see that there is actually grass up in all of this field here. And I'm just going to check. The growth state is still pretty early on here, so even our grass isn't ready to grow. But if we run back here to this mix wagon that we've gotten here and take a quick look at the F1 menu, you can see that if we get some silage, we get some alfalfa, and we get some, I believe that's not cracked corn, it's, what's it called? Let's scroll over here on the menu. I think we need one of these three, either the modified wet distillers, dry distillers, or gluten. I'm not honestly sure which one of those three it is because they all have the same icon. So unfortunately, it's kind of hard to sort out exactly how that's going to work because the Facebook posts with the map release and some of the information on these unique features have all been removed from TJ Customs FS19 Edit's Facebook page. And so I'm not really sure what's going on there. I know several of you have messaged me in the last couple of days that you're unable to find the map and that the links in my description are no longer working. And I have noticed that myself, so I'm not sure what's going on there. I haven't heard anything from TJ or anybody, so I'll keep my eye on it. If I hear something, I'll definitely let you know. So I kind of just dug around in the XML files a little bit, and I think that we're looking for these dry distillers for the TMR mix, but I'm not entirely positive. And so we're going to go down here, and I've seen that you can buy them at the elevator here. So we're just going to take this wagon down there, and we're going to fill it up about a third of the way with that particular type of fill and see what happens. I don't think it'll let it go in here if it's the wrong type, or if it does, it'll go in as the generic forage. And so we're going to give this a quick shot, see what happens. And if this doesn't work, we'll try something else. So coming in here, it looks like we could actually buy TMR directly. And so the whole point of what I'm trying to do here is get to a point where I'm feeding the cows TMR so that we're getting better productivity out of them. I'm half tempted to try and just buy TMR directly, but the whole point here is that we're trying to get the right stuff. And so if you look here, I can't actually switch to anything but the dry distillers grains, so that must be the only thing that we should be able to put into here. And so I'm going to start filling this, but we're going to stop it at about 29% because I don't want to put too much in here because we've got 3 different things that all need to go in here, and I could really mess up the mix. And plus, I ran out of money, so that seems like a great place to stop since we don't have any more money to actually put into here. So we're going to drive this back up to the farm, and when we get some alfalfa and silage, we'll be able to finally make TMR. So we're coming back up here to the farm, and I think what we're going to do is go ahead and just park this back in the shed. But before we do that, I want to make sure we can get this mower out, because sooner or later here, I'm going to be able to start mowing our grass, and I've really wanted to try this mod for a long time. I think it's probably a little bit of a work in progress, if I recall, but this W260 is a pretty sweet looking mower, so we're going to just put it over here so that I can sneak it out at a later date if I need to. And we're going to pull this trailer right into this shed, just so that if it rains or anything, we're not getting any of this DDG stuff wet. So with that out of the way, I think the next thing we need to do is get the forage harvester collector type deal, I don't even know what to call that, set up here. So that when we do mow our grass here shortly, we're going to be able to scoop that right up into this forage wagon and then put that into our harvest store here so that we can eventually get some silage. And so I think that the grass, hopefully, is going to be ready here sooner than the corn will be. The goal with the corn is to, I think, silage a good chunk of it. I think we're going to just grab this and pull it out of the way here a bit, because operating this thing seems to be a little bit funky right now. And then let's see if I can line it up here a little bit better. like so. There we go. I'm really curious to try this thing out and see how it's going to work. I have not used this ever before, and somebody mentioned I might need to take the top of this Meyer wagon off so that the thing will shoot in there correctly, which looks like a good suggestion. And I don't think I need to do anything there other than hook it up. So we're going to do this. I think I can lift that front up just a smidge. And then we're going to bring this over to the shop and see about getting this thing opened up. I'm sure these panels just come right off of the roof, right? All right, so a little bit of elbow grease later, we've got the roof off of this wagon. So I'm going to just bring this on over here into our grass field area. Maybe we'll actually park it off the grass so I can maximize how much grass we're mowing over there. I don't think we're going to need to do anything with the potatoes anytime soon, so I'm going to put it right back here so that we're ready to go once this grass grows just a little bit more. And then with that out of the way, let's see about, I guess, fast-forwarding time a little bit, because we're taking one last quick peek at our cows. They seem to be in a pretty good spot. We do have a couple of pregnant cows, so that's going to be cool. And everything's just kind of growing. I guess we've probably got some spraying we could do. Let's think about spraying. Weeds, not really a problem yet. We could put some herbicide down. We don't have a lot of money. We've got money problems. I am hesitant to keep buying new equipment right now. If we do take a quick look at crop protection, I've got this nice older Highboy sprayer. I guess this isn't too expensive. I've never actually used this mod. This might be a fun one to grab and do a little bit of fertilizing with, or rather a little bit of spray a little bit of our herbicide. Man, putting GPS on this thing would double its cost. All right, I think we're gonna do it. So we're gonna take out the loan that we need to get the sprayer and a little bit extra just to make sure we can buy some spray. We're gonna splurge. We're going all out. We're getting GPS and the metal crop shields on this thing. We're gonna do it. And then if we come back out here, we're gonna buy one tank of herbicide and see how far this gets us. All right, we're big spenders today. We're really hoping this works out for us and we can pay off some loans here, because otherwise we may be in a bad spot later on. Now, if I recall, I should be in a good spot to start spraying all of this because the crops have already popped up. I know on Flint Hills we had a little bit of an issue with some of that. And so I think what I'm going to do is we're going to start with this potato field. And we're going to spray that first because I really want these potatoes to do well. They're a high yield crop to begin with. And so I want to get as much yield out of this as possible. So let's go ahead and get GPS at least turned on. And we'll get spraying here. We're gonna turn this on and bada boom, bada bing. We should be good to go. This is a really cool little mod. Now, oh my goodness, it does not have crop tires on it. Are you kidding? What kind of a sprayer doesn't have crop tires? I mean, it's a high boy sprayer. It should be spraying. I mean, I know I'm like driving over the row a little bit here, but if I don't drive over the row, does that work? Like, I'm kind of curious with these potatoes. Like, this looks like it's actually working if I could drive right. Yeah, we're not doing that. Okay. Well, this is an unfortunate experiment. Oh, stop. Oh, stop. All right. So that didn't work at all. We're going to fold this back up and let me think about this. I guess we can go and try and fix the tires ourselves. All right, we're gonna go try and fix some tires. We'll be back. All right, so we are back in game here, and we have made the adjustment in the XML. It's actually a really simple change to make. All you have to do is add a flag to the tire that says is care tire. I'll pop the code snippet up on the screen here, but it's a pretty simple change to make. So if you run into this same problem with any of your sprayers, there you go. And as always, if you are trying to do stuff like that and you're running into trouble, we've got a lot of great people on our Discord server that know how to do all these simple modding things, including myself. And so I always recommend jumping on there and getting some help if you've got questions. But as you can see here, we're driving down now the potato path, and we're not leaving any tracks anymore, which is good. And if I just pop open the map here and jump into our growth, you can see on the map here also we're not destroying our crops anymore. So that's a good spot to be in. And I just love this little sprayer. This is a cool little sprayer. We definitely could have paid somebody to come out and do our spraying for us like we did with the lime. But this thing was so cheap, and it's kind of fun to do some of these jobs ourselves. And I've been wanting to use this mod for a long time, but we tend to run larger farms, and so this felt like a perfect sized farm to bust out this mod. So we're going to knock out some of these fields here and get caught up on our herbicide spraying. If I just come back out here to the map, you can see right now we've only got a few spots of weeds, but it's going to be better to get all this sprayed now and prevent the weeds from coming up at all, I think, rather than waiting and trying to spray later. So I think we're going to just knock the rest of this out, maybe even do a good chunk of this off camera, and then we've definitely got some animal/grass work that we're going to be tackling here in the near future. So with that, I think we're going to wrap up today's episode here. And next time we will probably start off with a little bit of a time lapse of this spraying. Maybe we'll see how that goes. I'm playing with some new techniques. And hopefully we'll be jumping into our grass work, because I'm really excited to get that forage harvester out there and, well, at least the grass pickup right now, and make some silage and see how that's going to work in that big grass field that we've got. That's all for today. Kedrick, out.